Hello everyone, welcome to Noble Creative Tutorials, and today I will show you how to create retro glitch reveal animation in Adobe After Effects without using any third-party plugins. So create your composition and let's get started. So after create composition, and as you see here in my comp, I have text logo placeholder, just text inside here. You can use logo if you want to, and a fractal map. Basically, it's very straightforward here, just animating the offset turbulence and sub offset here, and also using expression here and evolution. You can see here we got this nice fractal animation here, just using block and basic here, and you can see we got time expression here on evolution. Very straightforward here, and so let's go back here to this one. We want to start with logo animation, so I'm going to apply Minimax here and just animate these around 5 seconds here. I want that to be at 0, and in the beginning we want to crank up that to maybe 150, and we want to use color in the alpha here and just use that on horizontal here. So we're going to have this animation here, as you can see, and then I'm going to apply card wipe effects here. So here we have this transition we can just apply here. So basically we can go from 0 to 100, the same, just add keyframe right there. So we can get very nice animation here pretty quickly, and we have a few settings here. We can change rows, columns, and also here we can flip that positive or negative, and the orders here as well. So we can get different animations, and we can use gradient. So we can use now this fractal map right here, and we are going to get that very nice animation to reveal these text here. You can still get that animation without using Minimax there, but you can see the difference here, which is pretty cool. And basically you got other properties here you can change, also timing and seeds here, which is pretty nice to create some really nice variations. And so let's add card dance effects here just to make it a little bit looks complicated here. So right here we can actually animate that on the Z position, and so first we need to assign the gradient layer. We're going to use fractal map here, and nothing happens, so we need to use intensity 1, and now we can just actually keyframe this as well, so minus 15, and get that into place. So right there 0, so we're going to have some animation here, and we can actually just get more rows here and columns just to get some really nice variations here. So you get the idea here. Pretty quickly we create some very cool animation. You can add more to these, vary here the properties to get some really nice result. So we're just going to pre-compose these and just rename these basically just logo animation here and hit OK. So we're going to use this logo animation to create very nice looking. So we're going to start stylizing this. So let's create a new solid here and rename that fractals and apply fractal noise here. So right here we're going to go for turbulent, smooth, and linear, to on complexity, and scale this up a little bit here. And then we want to animate brightness at 0. We want that to be dark, so minus 250, and 5 seconds we want that to be bright. So we're going to have just very straightforward animation here. So let's just put that below this comp here and create a new adjustment layer, and let's rename these pixels and just apply mosaic here and go for 190 here. So you can see how that's look right now with that. So right now we want to turn on these logo animation here and put these to multiply, and then we're going to use solid composite here and just put that to black here. So basically now you can see what's going on there. We can actually put solid right here, a black solid, because this one is there's transparency there. That's why we're using this solid here, just compositing that on this one here. So now we're going to just use displacement map here just to add some nice displacement, and we want that to put it the first one here, displacement, and we want to use here this fractal map 1 here. So basically just another fractal map. You can see very straightforward here, just using fractal noise and animating these here, and also here using times. So very straightforward here, just playing with scale, as you can see, to create these fractal map here, just to use here with these displacement map. And we want to animate that maybe around there. Want to use 100 and around 6 seconds. We want that to be at 0. So you can see we just add more, let's say more animation to this. And so now we're just going to duplicate this pixel 1 here, and let's rename these edges. And so for this one, we're going to add transform here. And let's first remove these mosaic here, and we just want to animate here the position using expression, just using wiggle here, and just going for 22. So it's a little bit wiggling there. So let's basically preview and see how this looks like. So as you can see here, we got a nice wiggling and the animation look pretty cool. So we need to make these look a little bit better. So for now, we're creating outlines. So I'm going to apply here, find edges on these edges here. Find edges, and you can see here what we got. So we're going to invert that, and then I'm going to apply echo effect here. And basically I want that to be just -1 here and just 2 of the echoes here. So basically, let's see what you can see here. So you can see we got these nice echo effects right there, and then I'm going to add posterize effect here and just set that to 12. So we are getting some really nice outlines animation here. So let's just pre-compose these and rename these outlines and hit OK. So let's preview and see how this looks like. So as you can see here, the main outline animation, we have it right here. It looks pretty cool. And so now we're going to create a random outline. So just basically, let's reveal these in our projects and just duplicate this one here. And this is going to be random 01. And let's open this one here. And this time, basically, we're just going to, let's solve this fractal and just rename these Vegas here. And remove fractal noise here and apply Vegas effect. So nothing basically happened here. And on fractal map, we're going to assign these right here on the input here, and we want the logo, just put it right there and use it as alpha here. And let's just remove these effects on logo animation. So you can see nothing basically show up as you want. So let's just put the segment to 0, and because we are having these map, it's not going to work for us. So we're going to use a different map, fractal map 2 here. So you can see just different map using the same fractal noise, offset turbulence, sub offset, and evolution here. As you can see, it's very straightforward. So you can see the values here, and you can also just change it to your own values to get the same result. So we're going to replace this one with these right here, and now you can see we got some details around these logo animation here. And so on Vegas here, let's get a white color, and there's random phase here, and also use time on the rotation there. So times 100 to get some really nice rotation there. And we want to animate the length. So let's just drag these around 5 seconds and just 0 right there. So we're going to have something like that. Let's preview this. So we can see we got some random outlines here based on the logo animation, which is pretty cool. And now let's turn on these pixels layer here and just go for 500 on horizontal and 450 on verticals to get some pixelated look. And so we can see what's going on there, and just add exposure if you want to add or brighten these a little bit there. And we can also add block dissolve if we want to add just some nice dissolve in here. Let's just go for 20 on width and height. And basically you can just dissolve that as you want there. So maybe just around there, we want to dissolve these from 0 to 100. So you can adjust that later if you want to. So we can see how these looks here, and we can use posterize as well. Just get rid of these echo and fan edges. Going to have posterize and the wiggle on these as well, which is pretty cool. So basically right now we can just duplicate these. And the second one, we're just going to change here the fractal to the third one here. So the third one is basically right here, as you can see, the same idea here, animated. I think I showed you that, the first one, the third one here. So that's going to give us different look, as you can see here. So between the two and the third one, you can see how it's randomized these outlines here, which is pretty cool. Maybe we can extend these a little bit here. And you can also change here these Vegas seats here if you want, just to get random looks. So right now we have outlines here. Let's reveal these, and this time I'm going to create the fill. So let's rename these fill and just open these. So basically the fill is the same thing here, without on edges, without these fine edges. We're going to give these, you can turn off the echo effect here if you want. And basically you can also here just duplicate this logo and put it on top here, and keep this one echo here, just so it's going to cut out that echo. If you want to have another second logo animation to create more variations and so on. So right now we have all these right here. So now I'm going to start building up these on the main comp here. So let's just add these outlines and fill right here. Let's just solve this one here. And basically the whole idea here now is just to create a fake chromatic aberration. So let's duplicate that and rename these chroma here and just apply 3D class here. And let's just assign these comp here. And let's just change values here to 0.5. And we want that balance red green. You can see what's happened there, and set these to screen, and basically just add here the fill. This time it is going to be add, and just duplicate this one here, and this one is going to be chroma 01, and just copy these 3D class here and just assign the fill here. Maybe this time is -3, 4. Just switch to different look here. And we want to stagger these, basically just few frames here to offset these comps here, just so we can have few variations. Let's duplicate these one here, and maybe 4, 5, just different color here. Maybe we'll not notice too much there. Let's just put these both to screen, and so we can see what's going on there. And for this one, we're going to basically put him to add and we need to add solid composite there. And let's make these just black there, so you can, let's just turn off all these basically here. Let's copy that. So these both here, if we turn these fill, it's going to not see, but you can see here we got these outlines at the beginning there. So that's why we're not offsetting the first one, so we can see some random outlines going on at the beginning there and then building up things. So let's preview and see how this looks like. So as you can see, the animation look pretty cool, but we're going to make it look much better by adding more stylize to this. So let's pre-compose all these here and just rename these glitch animation here. And then I'm going to apply shift channels. So I'm going to add more chromatic aberration to this. Let's just turn off these here and keep blue here and just duplicate this one. And this time it's going to be green, and the third one is red, and turn off these green. And I'm going to apply these to add here and just hit S to reveal scale and just scale this a little bit here so you can see we got some RGB channels right there. And so I'm going to apply here adjustment layer. And let's add a glow here. And let's go for 50 on threshold and 50 on radius and 0.5 on intensity. Duplicate that. 70 this time and 200 on radius. And put this to 1 here. So let's duplicate these and I'm going to rename these blur and just put these below glow here. Just remove the 2 here and apply fast box blur here. And on blur radius, we just go for 1. And then duplicate this time here. This is going to be lines. We need to block these too much of these glowing effects. So we're going to add Venetian blinds. And then completion here to 50 and width to maybe just 6 actually here, and just get that to horizontal. Basically you can see because these have res, so now you can see much better. So you can basically just get more transition here, maybe around 80, and you will see more of these retro look here. So basically let's just preview and see how this looks like. So as you can see guys, the animation and the stylize look really nice and pretty cool. So you can actually change and randomize seats and settings quickly to get different looks and also the logo animation. So now I'm going to show you some tips and tricks here. So let's preview this. So as you can see guys, we have the sound effects as well. So the animation react to the sound effects, and also we have different in animation and out animation. So basically you can create this one into a time remap to create the reverse animation. But right here we have different animation in and out. So basically right here all it's up to the logo animation here. So basically right here we have the audio here. So just different piece of glitch sound effects, and we just generate these audio amplitude here using just create convert audio to keyframes. And basically right here we just use different values and link these amplitude right here, the same keyframes we created, but this time we just link then multiply by a value and plus the value of these keyframes. So now it's actual reacting the easiest way, as you can see here, and we split these same comp. Everything is the same here. Maybe you can change the values, but you need to have the same values of the settings, except right here for these multiplication here. So it's just getting a little bit stable to get really nice into place. And then this is the out animation here. So you can see the values have changed these multiplication here on the same lengths here, as you can see, except you can see we have different values right here. And you can see you can actually play with different settings. You can see here at 0, and the one right here is 0 right there. And then you can just go further to create different look here. You can also just, for the out, you can have different map if you want to get different look of the out animation. So very straightforward, as you can see, guys. And basically also here, if we go to outlines, you can actually split the end right here as well. You can see we split these edges. You can see it turn off here echo for this, so it's not too much echo at the end with the whole thing is going to be too much. So just get rid of that. So it's really nice out animation there. So that's it, guys. Hope this tutorial was very useful for you as always. And if you have any questions, just comment and I will do my best to be responsive. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials coming soon. And thank you for watching.